Alright guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be unboxing a new grip module that Tyrant CNC just came out with for the SIG P365. I have been waiting on this grip module for quite a while, and they finally came out with it. I bought it the day that it came out, so let's go ahead, let's unbox it, and let's go take it to the shooting range and see how it performs. Also, real quick, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. Alright, I know there is a lot of glare on this, but let's go ahead and let's unbox this. And this is everything that comes with your Tyrant CNC grip module for your P365. And just to show you, that is what my P365 xmacro currently looks like. It has the rose gold accents, and then when I'm done, it's going to be on the OD green frame. Personally, I am a big fan of OD green. If you can't tell, I have an OD green wedding ring, so this kind of worked out perfectly. I do like that they also pre-installed a magazine release. I like that quite a bit because on the other grip module that I bought from Icarus Precision, they did not include a magazine release, so I had to go and buy my own. And in case you're wondering, that's what both grip modules look like. You can definitely tell this grip module from Icarus Precision is more catered towards like competitive shooting versus this one here is more like EDC. I'm also taking out the back strap to see what the other one feels like. It may be a little difficult to tell on camera, but this back strap is a little bit thicker, so if you have bigger hands, this one may be the way to go. I'm going to try this one. Yeah, this one here definitely feels much better, so that's the one that I'm going to run. As far as everything else goes, this definitely looks like a nice grip module. And right here is all three grip modules that I have. I have the OEM one that came with my xmacro right here. And then I have the Tyrant CNC grip module. And then I have the Icarus Precision grip module. So there you go. There is a visual difference of all three. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take it to the range and see how it performs. So it is a different day, and I'm going to let you know how everything went at the range. But first, this is what the gun looks like with the grip module on. I think that looks pretty freaking cool. Now, I did take my Mantis X10 system to the range just to see if there would be any kind of recoil difference. I wasn't really expecting anything, and sure enough, there was no recoil difference. So this grip module will not give you less recoil, but I think it will do better in some areas than the original grip module. For one, this pattern that they have on it is definitely different than what they had on the original one. The original one's more like a sandpaper kind of texture. This is definitely not. This is like almost like a custom job, and they did a really good job at designing it. I think that you can grip it very easily. I don't know how it would do like during the summer when you're super sweaty, but I don't see this being a problem for most people. As far as the grip texture goes, I'm a bigger fan of this than the OEM one. But with that said, this grip texture will not tear into your skin like the grip texture on a Smith & Wesson does. I did compare them. The Smith & Wesson one definitely has a more harsh grip texture than this does. So I can kind of tell just from the design that they made for this. This is meant to be like a EDC setup. They didn't want it super coarse to where it would tear up your skin. They wanted like a fine middle ground where it'd be good to grab and not let go, and where it would also be usable and to be carried all day long. I think that's why they designed this specific pattern, because it doesn't tear into your skin, which I'm a fan of. I hope that I'm explaining that well, but long story short, this grip texture is definitely an upgrade over the OEM one in my opinion. I'm a big fan of how much they raised the stippling on this. On the original grip module, there is no grip up here. And just to show you, there is no grip up there on either sides. And they did include it on this one, so you have that grip texture all the way up. The other thing that they gave you is grip texture right here on both sides. And I know I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. I really like that they already pre-installed the magazine release. The other grip module that I bought did not have it, and I had to go find my own. That was a pain in the butt. I do like that this comes pre-installed on this grip module. That is a nice touch. I also just realized I left the pin out of it when I went to go take it apart to weigh it. My bad. The other thing that they did is they did extend out the beaver tail right here versus the OEM one. It sticks out just a little bit further. So it should be lined up right here just to show you that's how much more it sticks out. Not much, but just a little bit. For me personally, as an EDC gun, it is nice that the built-in flared magwell is there. Is it as much as I would like? No, but it's also an EDC gun. It's not like it's a competition gun, so makes sense. Keep it as slim as possible and give you just a little bit of a funnel. But the OEM one has that as well. And just to show you, a little bit harder to see because it's black, but it has the same thing. It also has a flared magwell. And also this grip module does flush fit the 17 round SIG P365 xmacro magazine with no problems. So that's cool. Also, as far as holster fitment goes, this is the only xmacro holster I own, and it does fit in it just fine with this new grip module. Just want to let you know. Also, the cool thing about this grip module is that it's made of carbon and glass-filled polymer, making it stronger than regular polymer. And here's their exact wording on explaining why they used this mixture. Their reason is because it's stronger than traditional polymer, lighter than aluminum, all while feeling premium. This proprietary blend offers serious rigidity, heat resistance, and impact durability, ideal for hard use environments. And another thing that carried over from the OEM grip module is the 1913 full-length rail. I am glad to see that they didn't get rid of that. I love the 1913 rail on guns, and I'm glad to see that it stayed. So for me personally, the Streamlight TLR7X is going to be staying on this gun thanks to that option. Alright, and the final thing I want to talk about is the weight of these grip modules. The OEM grip module, at least from what I weighed, was 2.46 ounces. And this grip module, without the light, the slide, you know, all that usual stuff, basically just the magazine release and the grip module itself, the grip module weighed 2.97 ounces. So that is a ½ ounce more than the OEM grip module. Is that enough that you're really going to notice? Probably not. Now, the final question that I have is this upgrade worth it? And in my opinion, yes it is. For one, and in my opinion, this grip module looks a whole lot better than the OEM grip module. So I'm already a big fan of that, not to mention they have different color options and it's very vibrant and it's very cool looking. I'm a big fan of better grip texture and better looks, and this does both of those very well. I mean, come on, just look at that. Isn't that a cool looking gun? And for me personally, that's the whole reason why I ended up buying this grip module, is just because it looked cool and it offers a better grip texture than the OEM grip module. But I think for the price, you really can't go wrong with this grip module, and I really like it. So yeah, that is my thoughts on this grip module. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments if this is something you would consider. And don't forget, if you don't like the green, there are better color options if that is more your style. Like I said, they have black, green, FDE, and gray. Now the next question is there anything I would change on this grip module? And yes, I have two things that I would definitely change. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the Hellcat Pro real quick, but something that I think Springfield did very well is that the stippling for the finger area is consistent and it's all the way to the top. I'm a big fan of that. What they didn't do on this grip module is they didn't do that. It's actually completely smooth right here. I personally would have liked to seen some texture, preferably the same texture they have here, all the way to the top up here. And honestly, just for bonus points, I would have thrown a little bit of texturing for your support hand to keep it gripped nice and tight to the grip module. So added texture here and added texture here, I think would have been very nice. For me personally, I don't really see a point in having these here, just take this texture and throw it all the way up. And also on this texturing right here, I would have liked to see it a little bit larger so my thumb can kind of land on it easier. It's not really a whole lot of surface area to really grip onto. And again, I'm going to compare it to the Hellcat Pro. The stippling that they did on the Hellcat Pro, it's actually dimpled right here, so your thumb can rest inside of it to grab traction on it. There's also a bigger area than what Tyrant CNC did to their grip module. And like I said, the grip texture is very, very good, but I think if they just added it here, here, and made this area here just a little bit larger, or even indented it kind of like the Hellcat Pro did, I think that would give much more people better leverage on the gun and better recoil control. As far as that goes, that's just my 2 cents. There's nothing going on in those areas. Might as well throw some texturing at them, but that's just me. So yeah, that pretty much concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the grip module down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.